Fox 5's Megan Dice is live in Merrifield, Virginia with more. Good evening, Megan.
Hey, good evening, and good evening to all of you. Now, I spoke with VDOT today, telling me 4,000 trucks in all will be deployed in the Northern Virginia area. They tell me that is not a record for them. Now, they will be staged all around DMV. Take a look behind me. You can see these trucks already starting to leave. They're going to be staged all around the DMV all night long, waiting for that big game, that first snowfall that's coming in. Now, they have the road strategy now, but what about the sidewalks? Now, we found one man who has you covered. He's the Iceman.
You want to know who the best is? That's him, Iceman.
No, not the one from Top Gun. This local Iceman is a salt distributor for sidewalks and is flying around the DMV tonight.
About 20 minutes, but I do have ice melt, okay?
The opposite of salty, Charlie Moody maintains his happy demeanor in one of his busiest nights so far. He's handling it all in stride.
Even while I was waiting here, 5 calls.
Already having a record year, he says this is just the icing on the cake.
Pretty crazy before the storm, but really a lot crazier after.
Also crazy busy, the maintenance manager of the Shell apartment complex dealing with tenant heat problems after Wednesday's snowfall.
How many do you think you've responded to?
On average last night around 6.
And then right now you have an emergency.
Right now we got another quite a few now.
But don't blame the weather, blame this guy.
My birthday's on Sunday, and about 2 months ago, my wife asked me what I would like for my birthday, and I told her a 2-foot snowstorm. So this storm is actually possibly my fault.
I like that. I like that a lot. If it's your fault, buddy, you better get in the truck. And what a great attitude he had today. Now, the most important thing for us as viewers, these trucks have tracking devices. And why is that important? Because if you want to know when is my street going to be plowed, if you live in Fairfax, Loudoun, Prince William County, after 2 inches of snowfall tomorrow, you can go on their website, take a look at this, the vdotplows.org. You can plug in your address to see where you are in the queue, if your street's already been plowed or if it's about to be plowed. You can have a good idea of when you're going to be taken care of. For now, we're live in Falls Church. Megan Dice, Fox 5 Local News.
It is another blow to Uber, one sure to raise concerns about security for its riders and how the company vets its drivers.
Megan Dice joins us now live in the loft with the details in that story. Megan, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, guys. Well, the suspect, Jason Dalton, a 45-year-old former insurance adjuster who police say had no criminal record and was married with 2 children, was arrested in connection with the shootings after a massive manhunt. On its website, Uber released a statement confirming Dalton was a driver and said he had passed a background check. According to Uber's website, the background check also includes a check on the National Sex Offender Public website, a national criminal search, and several different databases used to flag suspected terrorists. Also important to note here, Uber prohibits both passengers and drivers from possessing guns of any kind in a vehicle. Now, we're learning there may have been at least one warning sign. This post on Facebook shows that Dalton drove in a crazy manner. That's according to one woman. When he had Uber passengers in his vehicle, the woman urged everyone to stay away from Dalton. Take a listen to customers who claim they rode with him before and during the shooting.
I half-heartedly joked at him and said, "You're not the shooter, are you?" And he said no, and I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "No, I'm just really tired." Looking back, it is a weird way to respond.
He got maybe a mile from my house. He got a telephone call. And after that telephone call, he started driving really erratically. We were running stop signs.
And in a statement, the chief security officer for Uber said, quote, "We are horrified and heartbroken at the senseless violence in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Our hearts and prayers are with the families of the victims of this devastating crime and those recovering from injuries. We have reached out to the police to help with their investigation in any way that we can." Meantime, a spokesman for Uber confirmed that Dalton had driven for the company in the past, but declined to say whether he was driving on Saturday night. Guys?
Hey, the bigger concern I have here is that apparently people had posted warnings about not just that he had a gun in the car. I mean, nobody knew that, or his background, which nobody knew that, but the fact that he was driving recklessly, which to me, that should have been the red flag for Uber, because I think if you have
was it just one person that posted he was driving recklessly?
It was one person that posted to her fiance as well. So
But she notified the company, right? Did she notify Uber of that?
That's unclear. We saw the Facebook posting from a package from one of our affiliates, of course, and she put it out on Facebook, but we don't know if she notified the company, which you think she would have.
Right, that would have been a good step.
Right.
Because I think no matter, if you have no background, no criminal history, and you have no problems, and if you'd have no red flags in your life.
No company's going to catch that, whether it's Uber
Unless
or a
you're taking a polygraph for like a
Yeah.
security clearance or something, like how would you know that there's something wrong with this person that they could snap like that?
I think I saw one sheriff say, look, if someone has no criminal background and they go crazy and they're picking people at random and they decide to do evil, how can you prevent that? I think that's what makes it so scary.
Right. And the Uber spokesman, I called him this morning and he said the same thing. He said, we do these background checks and they're very stringent. However, I mean, how do you catch it if he passed the background check?
You know what, Megan, though, even with the background check, the reality is, anyone can still snap at any time despite what security measures you put in place. That's the unfortunate part about all of this.
That's why I don't pin that on Uber, because
I don't either. Yeah.
if they did in fact do the background check and he passed the check.
What else can they do?
Right. What can you do at that point?
Thanks, Megan.
Very much. So the wait is over now. After a full decade of planning, construction, and testing, DC streetcars finally will start picking up passengers tomorrow.
The streetcar will travel along H Street and Benning Road, and Fox 5's Megan Dice is live in Northeast now with a preview. Have you been able to get on and get a little ride yourself?
I've been trying, but they keep passing me. But all aboard. This is the first time in 50 years we're going to see these streetcars again on the streets of DC. As you can see, the track line here all ready to go. Happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. The launch here at 13th and H Street. Now, H Benning is a 2.4-mile segment that runs between Union Station on the west and the Anacostia River on the east. Ultimately, this line will be just one piece of an extended east-west line that will go between the city from beyond the Anacostia at Benning Metro to the Georgetown waterfront. This runs Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. to midnight, Friday, 6 a.m. to 2 a.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 a.m., closed on Sundays. Now, drivers, you want to stay alert here. It's a very busy street here along the H. Benning corridor. Streetcars operate in the same travel lanes as other vehicles. So in the left lane on Benning Road, in the right lane on H Street. Don't double park on the track. Streetcars can't go around your double parked cars. Park your entire vehicle, including your side mirrors, within the solid white line. And they're not able to stop as quickly as cars. So you want to slow down and use turn signals before turning left or right. Now, this operates on a 10 to 15 minute schedule here, so about once every 15 minutes. You can go on the website to check when the next one is coming. The good news is it's free to ride starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. So you'll see me there. Back to you guys.
If not today, tomorrow.
Do we know how long they're going to be free?
We don't. Actually, all it says is the free period is for an unknown amount of time, because I looked that up as well. And then at some point they're going to start charging. So.
Okay. Well, get the kinks out of the system, right? Try it out now.
Yes.
Offer some free rides.
Okay.
That's right.
Megan.
Cruise down H Street. Thanks, Megan. 8:35 right now. It looks a little chilly out there this morning, Tuck.
He's the Iceman.
You want to know who the best is? That's him, Iceman.
No, not the one from Top Gun. This local Iceman is a salt distributor for sidewalks and is flying around the DMV tonight.
About 20 minutes, but I do have ice melt, okay?
The opposite of salty, Charlie Moody maintains his happy demeanor in one of his busiest nights so far. He's handling it all in stride.
Even while I was waiting here, 5 calls.
Already having a record year, he says this is just the icing on the cake.
Pretty crazy before the storm, but really a lot crazier after.
Also crazy busy, the maintenance manager of the Shell apartment complex dealing with tenant heat problems after Wednesday's snowfall. How many do you think you've responded to?
On average last night around 6.
And then right now you have an emergency.
Right now we have quite a few now.
But don't blame the weather, blame this guy.
My birthday's on Sunday, and about 2 months ago, my wife asked me what I would like for my birthday, and I told her a 2-foot snowstorm. So this storm is actually possibly my fault.
I like that. I like that a lot. If it's your fault, buddy, you better get in the truck.